This poem was passed to me by Morgue McMillan, and it's called The Horror of White Space. None of my walls are white. I caught the sun, light yellow and orange. White space seeks for stains inevitably. Tomato salsa, red wine, cherries. Red dwarfs donate their matter along mysterious magnetic lines to the white dwarf, my shirt. White space gives significance. I would like a white canvas with a single little black spot on it, and call it une touche de pavot, or there is a fly in my soup, or a poem only stating a huge omega. White space cannot stand alone. It yells at my eyes to fill the emptiness. Horrified, I try to build a bridge of words, yet I know it is not the words, but the space between, that makes the point.
Okay, is it good now? Are we good now? Yes, okay. Bus Prayer by Varvada Allard. Telephone poles covered in papers that sag away from their post, moist steam that zigzags up from the blacktop vibrating horizon, sizzling the view. My sandals broil, smoldering reaches my feet, and I move to stand in the crunchy grass. I want to run, just to feel the wind in my bangs, but I am imprisoned by waiting for a bus that is late. Past late. My love tries to hold my hand, but I shove it away, looking away. The sweat on my face rides on my squinting creases, passing my temple and falling. Each car blows past, leaving sauna exhaust instead of a breeze. The white blaze from the sky blanches the colors of the city. Bones. I want to fly around the curve until the shadows win. I open my mouth to sigh my wish, but I only taste ashes. I try to swallow them back. My throat sticks and I cough without spit. I lean into the road, desperately scanning. My God, I had no idea there were prayers for buses, but I am screaming one now.
Here's a poem by Ginger Shostakovitch, and it's called Something Without a Name. It's spilling out of televisions, leaking from computer screens. Rivers run from classroom mornings, streams from silent street cafes. It flows, it rises, floods the world. It drowns ambition, swamps all thought, dissolves the colours of invention. Hopes and dreams turn into sludge. A few can swim and send out doves, their flights of fancy searching perches, crying silent tears of art against a sea of boredom. And that was Something Without a Name by Ginger Shostakovitch.
The psychics and the poets in the forest have similar mating calls for mind, but the complex will only explain to psychics what the poets will only explain to rhyme. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, actually, I think I'm in love. Don't you remember that turkey? Nah, I don't hate the mud.
This poem by Corwyn Allen is called I Do Not Love You Except Because I Love You, and it's after Pablo Neruda. I do not love you except because I love you. I go from loving you to not loving you, and that's the introductory quote by Pablo Neruda. I do not love you except because I love you. I go from loving you to not loving you. I do not know why or how I love you. I only know that I do. My love for you flows sometimes hard and fast, other times in slow trickles. It goes from passionate heat to indifferent ice. It is blind, but sees clearly the beauty that is you. It is deaf, hearing the music that is your voice. It is numb, needing only your touch to give it life. Perhaps the cold of January's winter will freeze my love, and I will die, never having known yours. But in that ice-clad death, there will still be my love for you, and I will hold on to that until my love's last beat.
Enough. You had to go change in the moonlight. You brought too much love to this bed. Plenty of noise and plenty of toys, but something's not right in your head. I thought you could do this cold-hearted. Who needs this emotional stuff? I thought you were here for the fucking, and now it's not fucking enough. So why have you changed in the moonlight? Did the goalposts get moved in the night? Not erotic enough? Not psychotic enough? I thought I was doing all right. The chains and the whips and the bondage, the role play and playing it tough, I came to your bed for the fucking. But now it's not fucking enough. I'll leave you while you sleep in the moonlight. I'll go to that other girl's place. Let her have the soulless cadaver behind this delectable face. Be thankful I've gone when you waken. Tell the girls I was your bit of rough. I've got to go out and get fucking. It'd better be fucking enough.
Huckleberry Hax has passed me this poem, which is called In Pieces. He said it's because I'm lazy, which I know I am, she said. I'm hardly going to disagree. Inside, her inactivity sits in piles on the carpet and the stairs, and is stacked up beside the kitchen sink. Out here it blocks out the sunlight and threatens the felt. Before we start, we audit our requirements and come up short by a saw. You know, she says, I think I might have left it at his place. For sure, it's under something in her shed, but we make the trip to the store anyway, and she tells me how he dumped her in a text. I do my usual tangent thing. I wonder if it's time someone invented a word for that, as we look at the stepladders. It is good to work with the sun on your neck. Perhaps that tree didn't need cutting up into quite so many pieces. It's not like I'm so different now, she says, as she brings out the tea, than from when I first met him, which actually does get me thinking. Is it 5 years now? Is it 6? It's nearly 12 since his predecessor. That much I do know. Oh well, she says, and she launches into recent anecdote. His story is in pieces now, neatly sawn, fuel for future conversations. That was In Pieces by Huckleberry Hax.
Okay. This is Sirrus Lover by Klannex, Northmead. Summer melts the clouds, leaving the sky bare blue around a furnace sun. Plants pout, even mature trees with their roots reaching beneath a world that's baking hard around them don't find coolness. Everything is summer. Summer melts the clouds, making the rivers low and slow, revealing banks of hard mud, warming the depths of the deepest pool until it's not as cool as on other days. Everything is summer. Summer melts the clouds, and as the fragile lace that comes between the high heat of noon and a grateful land vanishes, it mocks the space left by an absent lover whose tenderness once made a parasol. Everything is summer.
This one's from Stosh Quartz, who must know how much I love poems about spiders. It's called Meet My Newest House Guest by Stosh Quartz. Eep! There is a spider on my computer screen, testing my resolve to harm none of its kin. Eep! Each time I touch the keys, eep! She reappears, a big one, not a tree spider, but not the usual small, cute arachnids with whom I gladly share space. She came inside due to the night chill, I would bet, and was drawn to the light of my laptop in my otherwise darkened room. Eep! Just hoping she will opt to spin a web between the Venetian blind and my window, and that she is not fond of human blood. I like spiders, believe it bad luck to harm even one, but in the dark, having one attempt to edit my poetic efforts, eep! Everyone is a critic. Crossword by Zoe Parness. If I come across as distant, don't mean to bring you down. By seeing things as black and white, concentration makes me frown. You fail to understand the clue, the anagrams confuse. I'm not that difficult to solve, too cryptic though, for you.